What's going on, guys? It's Josh with Accountability for All, and we have some serious stuff coming at you live here today. Tomorrow, we're going to the Trump rally. All right, so we're going to have some important questions. We're going to be in there acting as press. So we're going to be asking Trump some questions, and there's supposed to be a max capacity of 11,000 plus people, including supporters, haters, and we're also going to have people protesting. So it's going to get pretty crazy. However, before we touch base on that, we're live right now with Auditing Chicago, well, now Accountability for Chicago, Joe Luna. All right, click, share, like, and subscribe to Joe at Accountability for Chicago or his Facebook page, Joe Luna, or check out Joe P. from Constitutional Kevlar. Since that whole incident happened with them, he left and he contacted me on Facebook and he said, "Hey Josh, what should I do to get them to ID?" And I said, "You know what, Joe? Why don't you go back in there on the phone with me? Why don't we go in together?" And I had him on Facebook video. So when he went back in, he asked for IDs and they didn't want to ID. He said who he was on the phone with, and I called, and all of a sudden everyone's giving him ID. And on his way out the door, another sergeant said, "You can't film in here." And Joe only had 40 subscribers. And he said, "Yes, I can film in here. I'm going to film in here." And he goes, "Well, no, you're not going to film." And he said, "Yeah, I am." Then he grabs Joe. No, I'm screen recording at this point. He grabs Joe Luna, and Joe's showing the phone. He's showing the assault, what's going on, and I'm seeing it. And he goes, "Leave. And he goes, "No, I'm not going to leave." He goes, "Well, if you don't stop filming, you don't leave, you're going to be arrested." So he goes, "All right, I guess you're going to arrest me." They arrested him. They smashed his phone, and before they arrested him, so he's not detained. They're assaulting him. They smash his phone on the ground. It's assault and battery and destruction of property when he's not even detained. All right, he's free to go, means he's free to stay, but they're shoving him out the door and smashing him into a glass wall. So then they arrest him for filming. They put him in lockup, and I go live, and we make this thing go viral. They get 300 calls at the 17th precinct from around the world. We actually shut their phones down for a little bit, and they couldn't give any information. "Oh, well, no, we're behind closed doors. There's no information on the arrest." They were in damage control. Joe was released, and, right now he just hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. This happened about 5 days ago, and we have important information for you. So we wanted to get in a plane and fly down there. So we get some donations coming in, and please, guys, we're almost at the goal, so you can go ahead. We already have the plane tickets taken care of. You can hit paypal.me/accountability for all. The moderators have it up on the link there. And right now I have Joe Luna on the line and Constitutional Kevlar. Okay, this is one of the gentlemen that went down there and talked to Joe. He's had his own experience with them, and they've been going out and doing audits together. So we have them on the line, and we're going to talk to them and catch up and see how things have progressed, where they've progressed. And Joe left us off with the last bit of information, letting us know that he spoke to a lawyer, and it was a slam dunk criminally, and he's moving forward civilly. So, Joe Luna, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
You can hear us. All right. So, so they let you out of jail, and tell us what your lawyer says.
My lawyer said that's an easy case, that they handle that case, those type of cases, like 100%, and they mostly win those cases.
They win those cases. So yep. You wind up touching base with these lawyers. It says it's a slam dunk criminally, it's a slam dunk civilly, and they issue you. So the crimes they charge you with were what? What crimes were you charged with?
Trespassing.
Trespassing. So when did they issue you a trespass notice?
Never.
All right, folks. So if you want to be trespassed from somewhere, you have to be provided a criminal trespass notice, written or warning. So he wasn't for filming because it's a constitutionally protected activity. So they couldn't charge him with that. It only takes about 20 minutes for your charges to upload in the computer. 3 hours later, they hit him with trespassing, okay, which he hadn't trespassed in the first place. So tell us about Constitutional Kevlar and how you met up with him.
Well, it was I think he commented on one of my videos, and so
yeah, that's exactly. Well, I've been a fan of Josh's. Like I've seen Josh in his first video, right, when he was outside the church. And the cop came down the road, and I recognized Josh's talent right off the bat. Anybody who's seen Josh, he's able to disarm these people who come in with this cocky authority, and they're used to people bending down and kneeling to anything they say. The minute somebody stands up to them, you see that look like a deer in headlights, and they don't know what to do. And if you could take somebody who will stand up to them and knows the rule of law, then there's nobody home there. They paint themselves in a corner, and you could see that gentleman on that first tape that Josh, that was his springboard. You can see he came up, went down the runway, was cocky, give me your ID. By the time it was over, Josh basically could have patted him down. He could have searched him. So they're not used to people standing up for their rights, let alone knowing their rights. So you take those two, and it's pretty much, a silverback on steroids. So, yeah, I recognized Josh's talent, and then I seen Josh go, I was watching his channel, I was directed to the problem with Joe, right? And I've lived in Chicago my whole life. I was born and raised in an Italian suburb right across the street from Chicago, so I'm used to dealing with this bully mentality, and I just didn't appreciate it. I didn't like it. Like Josh said, okay, you cannot be trespassed without being first a trespass warning. If you could, then anybody walking into a public building, even if it's a private building but it's open to the public, could be arrested, right? You could just say, okay, you're trespassing right now, you're getting arrested. First you have to be warned to not come back to that property. You'll sign a piece of paper, they'll give it to you, okay? Now, it's in writing. If you come back onto these premises, you are subject to arrest for trespassing. So he was never trespassed. So you can't be arrested for trespassing. So, I mean, the fact that I don't even think you should pay a lawyer. Go in there I'll go in there with them and talk to a public defender, and I can't. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? The problem was that he went on. The cops, they're like hyenas, right?
Well, the crime was photography. That was the crime. The crime was he had a camera and he shoots frames per second when they shoot bullets. Guys just tuning in, talking right now is Joe P, and his channel is Constitutional Kevlar, and he's had his own issue with the police, and he wound up linking up with Joe Luna, and so Joe can't trespass onto this police station at the 17th precinct in Chicago. So Joe went to the 17th precinct in his place, and Joe, when you went in there, cameras rolling, what was your experience? How did they treat you?
Oh, well, they knew. I mean, they must have had a meeting or something, because they were under. I was expecting. Josh, you've done it before. It's kind of the same waltz, the same dance, just a different dance partner. It kind of goes the same exact way. You walk in, the lowest person on the totem pole, like you got three heads. What is that in your hand? It's a camera. You can't have that in here. Some of them, you do the same kind of dance. It's just a new dance partner. That wasn't the case when I went in there. They were more than hospitable. Very, very overly hospitable, to the point where it wasn't real. But hey, still, isn't that the point of this? Aren't we trying to affect change? Right?
Well, that's what we're doing, and
the
that's
sacrificial lamb, and they changed the next time somebody came in with their camera.
And what a sacrificial lamb that they choose is a well-spoken, really nice kid. And the other thing that a lot of people don't know about Joe is he's a migrant. He wasn't born in this country, and he loves this country's constitution and its values. He wasn't born with those privileges. He actually earned those privileges, and I'm violated by these cops. And you know what? The change we're trying to instill. I just went down to the Linfield police station. You guys remember my video, 0 to 100 fast at the post office, where the first guy was nice, but Sergeant Scatina from the Linfield PD ran in there, tried to violate my rights. He took out his personal phone. He wouldn't identify. He chased me all the way down to my car, and when he couldn't get in his cruiser fast enough, he had me followed for 30 minutes, blowing lights, right? Failing stop signs, and not using directional. So I went there tonight, and I have it on video. I'm going to release it over the next few days, if not on YouTube on my Accountability for All Facebook page. And I walk in there, and you can hear the dispatcher, clear as day, goes, "OF. Hey, Sarge." It's talk to me. He presses the button. He goes, "How can I help you?" And I said, "Why don't you come around and speak to me? Why don't you walk around and we could talk in person?" And he goes, "Well, no, I can't do that. I'm downstairs at my desk." Now, the way that it's set up, if I walk to the door to the left, I can see directly through the opposite window into the dispatch room. And he turns around to see me staring at him when he just told me that he was downstairs in another part of the building. So it doesn't really matter what the change is as long as it's being instilled. I mean, I know my picture is sent out by Nemlac. Someone just Nemlac, they got my picture in almost every police station. I'm in roll calls all over the place. And it says on the roll call, first of all, don't approach me. Don't even ask me how I'm doing, because that's my biggest thing. I'd rather you not say anything to me at all. And then it says if I ask for remedial things like simple tasks, as long as it doesn't interfere with police business, just give me what I want. And that's what we're trying to do. So we're heading down to Chicago to meet up with Joe P. Please click, share, like, and subscribe to Constitutional Kevlar. And Joe Luna from Accountability for Chicago. If you're looking for his videos prior, you can find them under Auditing Chicago. And we had a bunch of great people. We had someone get us the plane tickets to get there. We're a little bit short of the goal at this point. Might be going to stay at somebody's house in Chicago, but you can get to our link at www.paypal.me/accountabilityforall so we can get down there. And any money that goes over that will be going directly to Joe's lawyer, because Constitutional Kevlar said he shouldn't have to be paying for it. When he sues civilly, he can ask for them to repay that. But right now, he is going out of pocket to stand up for his rights, and he's not going to back down. So these guys are working together out there. And Joe Luna, have you seen a difference? I know you've done some other audits since this has happened. Have you seen a difference in the way other police stations are treating you? Do they recognize who you are? Are they treating you differently? What's your experience with direct contact with the police since you've been released?
Since that, I've been going to this 20th district, but they still don't recognize who I am.
They don't recognize who you are? I'm sorry you said you did. They do.
They don't.
They don't. Well, you know what? They're going to start to recognize real soon, man. I was with a tow truck girl, and we were at a Walmart. We were just walking down the stairs at a Walmart, and someone said, "Oh my God, that's the kid from YouTube." So people are starting to recognize us and what we do. Noni Cosio, thank you so much for the donation, man. That's going to be going right to Joe. Hey, Joe, we just got Noni Cosio just donated $10, and that's going to be going directly to make sure that we get down to see you.
Thank you so much.
And if you guys, just so you know, if you're unable to do the PayPal thing, you can hit the super chat button right on this link. You just hit the green button. You can send whatever you want. That takes about 3 weeks to get in through AdSense and all that stuff. But anything sent through super chat, I'll personally cover and wait till it comes in. So Joe, we're gonna come down there, but what's next? What do you do next?
I'm gonna keep doing auditing, and I'm gonna do the crap out of the 17th district.
And
yeah,
Joe,
yeah. So Josh, we went to the 20th district today. He posted the video, and it was not like whatever I said the 17th was very hospitable, overly hospitable. I mean, it was back to the same old routine in the 20th. In fact, they at the end of it, we had to sprint out of there because they were saying they were going to my car in the garage and they were going to do some kind of reprisal to my car for me videotaping. I mean, it was very, very. I mean, like I said, okay. So anybody out there, even if you don't agree with auditing, if you want to, completely twist it and say that Josh is a sovereign citizen and I'm a sovereign citizen, listen, I don't pretend to be a professional auditor. I don't audit. I just happen to do it a couple times.
Yes,
I enjoy it because I wanted to help Joe. Now, but we're protecting your rights, everybody's rights. Even if you don't agree with us, you have to still understand that government is only formed to serve us. They're only for when the government is scared of the people, that's liberty. When the people are scared of the government, that's tyranny. So I don't understand why you want it $5, $10, $1, anything. If you don't understand, try going into any police station, go into a room where you know the people on the other end of the door are all going to gang up on you, laugh at you, point at you, and make jokes about you, and see if you can go in there with the camera. This is not easy. This is a not easy thing to do, is go in there and audit people that have the ability to put you in handcuffs and throw you in a cage. And that's the nicest thing they're going to do to you. I mean, it's a very, very, very nerve-wracking feeling, is going in there knowing that you're going in the middle of the lions, that they're all hungry, and you are basically got parts of ham and all kinds of meat hanging from you.
And that's the other big thing that people need to recognize is that, I got an Auditing America army of 100,000 people, and I got my own subscribers of just breaking 6 grand. We got like 700 subscribers in 2 days. So these cops are going to be a lot less likely to try and violate my rights. But when Joe from Thank You Connecticut, when when Joe goes in there, when Joe Luna goes in there, he's got 40 subscribers. When they threaten him with arrest, he can just leave. I'm certainly not going to give him any shit for it. There's not they'll violate his rights. Constitutional Kevlar, he doesn't have as much, they're less likely to recognize him. They'll violate his rights. So when they go in there and do this, it's super brave. And the thing for the bootlickers and the haters out there, you can hate all you want, but you know what? Joe Luna's making that sacrifice. Constitutional Kevlar is making that sacrifice, so you have the ability to bootlick. Connecticut Pyrotechnics, thank you so much for the donation. That's why these guys are doing this. It's the only thing in the world where people, we don't care about competition. We want as much competition as possible because they just came out with a new law. It's being upheld by the Supreme Court where an officer can actually arrest you for filming, and they're practicing this, and the retaliation is real. The retaliation about his plates being run, that's real. When I went into Plastown, New Hampshire, all right, with the video I just released with the two tyrants saying crazy cops retaliated, they went out and asked Hot Tow Truck Girl, they said, are you with him? And she says, I don't answer questions. And he says, oh, you're another one that doesn't answer questions? How about this? You're not going to tell me if you're with him? I don't like him. I'm just going to go run your plates. And he ran her plates. Now, plates are public. You can run them. But the moment you do it for nefarious or retaliatory purposes, you're breaking the law. So when he goes in there with camera and they threaten to run his plates, they're retaliating against him. The stuff we go through is real. Guys, there's open charges right now. At my home, I was sitting on my front lawn. Someone had their window up. They called my name. I walked over to them, and a full liter of Pepsi bottle was thrown out the window, smashed me in the head. Charges were pressed. People were charged. They're going to court for assault and battery, dangerous weapon, right? We had the guy at the IRS that I arrested, the police impersonator. There's two open cases right now of people retaliating and assaulting me, and I've got an army of 95,000 plus behind me. And these guys are going in there relatively less known, and they're still doing it. So we're standing up. It's we won't falter. There's no I in this. We won't falter. We won't stop. We'll keep fighting. And people say to me, well, you better be careful. They're just going to shoot you. They're going to put you in jail. Well, you know what? Good. Because the moment they wipe me down, I got Joe Luna behind me, taking my place. And the moment they cuff up Joe Luna, I got Joe Petruzzi from Constitutional Kevlar standing right behind him, taking his place. The tyrants are never going to win because they're outnumbered.
Yeah, what people need to recognize, it is us versus them. It is the little guy versus Big Brother. Why you would not be on our side? Why? Listen, if you watch the video with him in the Dunkin' Donuts, is that Massachusetts where they can just run your plate, figure out you don't have insurance, and call a tow truck before you can blink your eyes? That's unbelievable. If that's not intrusive, you telling me walking into a public building with a phone in my hand is anything compared to what? How intrusive is that? That doesn't happen in Illinois. There's no machine running plates and then calling tow trucks and your car being towed away. Listen, there are constitutional rights that we have because we're American citizens. There are inalienable rights that we have because we are humans. One of them is property. And how dare they take her property away when it's on private property not being driven? Because he doesn't have insurance. This
is how we circumvent the law, Joe. And this is why I say, just give them the ID. It starts with handing over ID, and it ends with a revolution. Because if you stand for this, you'll bend for that. And here's the case law that is practiced in Massachusetts, which allowed that. If it was on her private property, right, then they couldn't have done it. But this infrared reader read the plate, reported to them immediately. They didn't even know who they were looking for because they just knew which car they needed to tow. And when they came out there, they said, it's a private business. Well, it doesn't matter because the case law has changed. So if it was at your house, that's not a big deal. But, you're in a private place that has public access. So if it's accessible to the public, like an apartment building or something, they can absolutely tow your car. Now, it got to the point they recognized who I was and they allowed us to take care of it. But these are the small things that policy does not trump law. Right? And these are what they're trying to do to control us. Because at the end of the day, not all cops are bad. A lot of them are. And we were talking to Breaking the Flaw was talking to some women or some people doing a First Amendment rally. And the woman says, I don't want to have any guns. We need to control guns, stop guns, because I don't believe guns should be in the hand of domestic violence offenders. Well, you know what? Why don't you be the spokesperson for guns staying around? Because 40% of police are domestic violence offenders. So with your statement, you just disarmed the entire police force. Less than 10% of Americans have been involved in domestic violence issues, but more than 40% of police officers have. So you're disarming the very people that you think are going to protect you. Like, who takes away our guns? The people with the guns take away our guns. It starts off with these small infringes on our rights, and Joe said a word that's very important: inalienable. It's not contradictory. It's non-challengeable. It's non-constitutional. These are inalienable truths that you are born with when you are born in this country or you migrate to this country, that are designed to protect you. Because this country started when people picked up arms, right? And they said, well, you know what? We're not going to take this anymore. And right now, that's what Joe Luna's saying. That's what Constitutional Kevlar's saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what Hawkeye Patriot News, Kenny Cisney, Tucson Lori Cop Watch, Whitney Smith, Connecticut Pyrotechnics, that's what all of you are saying. So like Joe said, when the government fears the people, this is liberty. But when the people fear the government, it's tyranny. It's a thin blue gang. It's the thin blue line that will not be tolerated anymore. And we're standing up to say, you know what? Take my rights, take my freedom, but understand you're not taking them without a fight. So I need you guys to hit up the Accountability for All. You can go to www.paypal.me. If one of the moderators could put the link in the description, paypal.me/accountability for all. This money, the plane tickets are taken care of by Vash. We're going to go there. We're going to take care of this issue, and I'm going to stay out there as long as possible to roll with these guys to make sure that they don't, because they might keep doing this to them because maybe they have some views on YouTube, but between the two of them, like, they don't have a gigantic following. I'm recognized across the country. I'm going there, and I'm going to make sure that they know that the Army of Auditing America, the Army of Accountability for All, is behind these guys 100%. Or you can go on the Super Chat and click your donation there. We've already had some great people leave donations tonight, and that's why I have Joe P and Joe Luna on the phone, because these guys, they've both done, I mean, Joe Luna especially has done more for this movement than I ever could. There's a guy named Joel Garcia. He was a subscriber, just like Katie Miglu. Hey, by the way, Katie Miglu, you want to see the old Josh? Watch Auditing America's video release, Attacked, Assaulted, Major Tyrant Alert, that was released yesterday. And all those words you saw me use before, I told the cop to take off my badge, and then I told him he was under arrest. But all these guys, they're getting arrested for their rights because they're not going to stand for it. So make sure you hit paypal.me/accountability for all, you can go on the Super Chat. Let's get out there. And I'm also going to the Trump rally tomorrow. Joe Luna, when you go to, and I've talked to Joe, and he's humble as it can be. He's not out there, saying I'm great. Everyone's telling him he's a hero, which he is. Everyone tells him that he is liberty, he is justice. He's saying, no, I'm not anything special, right? And he is, because he's giving up his freedom, because he said, you can take my freedom, but if you do, take my life, because freedom is life, right? So Joe Luna, now that you have these 1,000 subscribers, you picked up fast in about 5 days, you have the money coming in. So his channel is called Accountability for Chicago. It used to be Auditing Chicago, but it's Accountability for Chicago, or you can check out Constitutional Kevlar. And if you'd like to look up Joe Luna, need to get to him, so let's get those donations. But Joe Luna, when you get this money and you beat this case, and you're looking into these cops' eyes, and you're sitting in the courtroom, what are you going to say to them?
Oh, I would say the unexpected. I would tell them, I told you I was going to sue the fuck out of you. I told you guys. You guys are wrong with the wrong person. You may see that I was... You could have called me mentally ill, but I wasn't.
Well, that's another thing. Sorry to interrupt you real quick, Joe. Mm-hmm. So they called this kid mentally ill. So before all this shit happened, he's got a camera, and he's just filming outside, and they say, what are you doing? He says, what the F does it look like I'm doing? Oh, you can't film. You must be mentally ill. So the Chicago PD 17th Precinct, this isn't me just making something it's not. Chicago 17th Precinct and Chicago Police Department, first of all, they hate mentally ill people. Second of all, they discriminate against mentally ill people. And third of all, I think that they don't like migrants because they certainly gave Joe a hard time. But yeah, so please, Joe Luna, continue. You were saying, so you're gonna let them know what when you finally beat this case at court and they pay financially and responsibly for what they did to you.
Yeah, I just want to let them know one thing. I don't know what I'm about to say, but I'm sorry I'm gonna say this, but they're my bitches now. I don't bend over them; they bend over me.
And yeah, that's the thing, Josh. Like, I think they viewed him as low-hanging fruit. He was out there all by himself. He didn't go in the station. He kind of stayed around the outside perimeter, and they got 6, 7 of them all coming out with the biggest smiles in the world on their face, like they're about. Like there was no threat. They were happy to do this. This was a gleeful moment. So when I go in there, and you're going to see it when I drop the content. When I go in there today, that's what I tell them. I said, you're a bunch of bullies. You picked on a kid. There was 7 of you, 6 of you. It took you to pick 6 of you to pick on that kid. Like, how tough are you? You're grown-ups. You're acting like you're in high school. You're proud of yourself. Do you have kids? Like, you really think that's cool? Like, one thing, if you think he's a threat to the security of that building, that's one thing. But just to be mean and angry just for the sake of being mean and angry, because how dare somebody come with a camera on your property, what you believe is your property? It's really a power thing, right? Technology has leveled the playing field. Before, everybody had a camera in their pockets. You had to have a 5-pound camera plugged in with a VHS tape, and you might catch a Rodney King tape. And when you did that, the whole city erupts. And now every single person has that in their pocket. So the playing field has been leveled, and they hate it. They hate it.
Yep. Well, this is the leveling agent right here, because they think that, like, when they tell you to sit, they use all these things like, we're not dogs, right? And in the video yesterday that I released, my issue is that this woman assaulted some guy. I just filmed for his protection. Then she grabs my camera, hits me with a milk crate, and then she puts a cigarette out on Auditing America. And we place her under citizen's arrest. She throws the cigarette in front of the transit cop. And when the police arrive, earlier that day, we had saw the same police, and we said, "Happy F the Cops Day." Shout out to Eric Brandt, and he comes and he says right on camera, "Yeah, listen, these guys were out telling us F the cops, so, I'm not really going to do anything about it." They're allowing this woman, right? She leaves, she goes in, the train station security kicks her back out. She's drunk on the ground calling some child over, right? And it gets to the point where I'm telling the cops, "Take off my badge now. You're not in uniform. You're wearing my badge. You're wearing my uniform. Take off that now." And I let him know that I'd never been so mad. And even in my first video, I was worse than that, because here's the thing. They want to, like Joe said, they want to pick on what they consider low-hanging fruit. At this point, they know that I'm gonna take the charge. I'm going to take the charge. I'm going to resist the arrest if I feel it's unlawful. And if I'm being arrested for filming, it's going to be unlawful. I'm very knowledgeable of the law, and I'm not going to take that. So they try and circumvent the circumstances, so that way they can attack the people that they feel are less likely to bring accountability to them. And that's why my channel's name is what it is, Accountability for All, because I don't care if you're 1,000'70" or 2'1", you're going to get the same reaction from me as you would from anyone else. Hold on, I got a question coming in here. So Michael Morales Torres, we covered this last night. Yes, I have been arrested. Before. We discussed that last night. What else do we have? All right, so listen, before we let these guys know, because Joe P. from Constitutional Kevlar has taken time out of his work to be on the phone with us, and we really appreciate that. Joe Luna has also taken his time to be on the phone with us, and we just wanted to give you an update to show that they're going to lose their criminal case. He's going to win his criminal case, the police are going to lose it, and he's going to win the civil case, and the police are going to lose it, and it's going to start to get to a point where we're going to MAGA, right? Make America great again, make auditing great again, and hold these tyrant pigs accountable. So Joe Luna and Joe Petruzzi, just want to say thank you so much. We're going to get out as soon. We're going to try and get these donations up a little bit. We're definitely going to come out to see you soon. And I can't wait to get out there and touch the ground with you and get off running.
Trust me, Josh, there's more Tyrannosaurus Rexes running free here. You can stay here for the next 10 years, and there would still be enough game to hunt. So bring your lasso, bring your Tyrannosaurus Rex hat, and there's more than enough for everybody to round up. Trust me, they'll still be here when you get here.
Beautiful. Love it, man. Listen, we'll talk to you both soon. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Josh.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Josh.
Bye, Joe.
Good night.
All right, guys. We'll just scroll back for a second. Joe Kaiser, how we doing? So we're just going to touch base with Michael Morales Torres, just like when my cousin won his case, right? I don't know who your cousin is, Mike, but we'll get off topic for a little bit here. So I had picked up an ex-girlfriend outside of a homeless shelter. She had an issue with drugs, and it was in front of a park. And we were going to bring her to rehab, and I'm not going to give names. She wasn't super thrilled about it. She started screaming. The police came. She had some drugs on her at the time. I didn't know if she had drugs or like what she had, but she threw it. So the cop came up to me and he goes, listen, I didn't see it, but I know you saw it. So I'm going to need a statement from you. What did she throw? What's her name? All the standard information. And I said what I normally say. I don't answer questions. I'll say that with any law enforcement officer because they have no reason to be talking to me. So at that point, he said, well, you're investigating with an investigation, and he arrested me. So almost immediately, the charges were dropped because it was an unlawful arrest and an unlawful charge. And then we had it amended to John Doe because I shouldn't have been arrested in the first place. It wasn't a legal arrest. So we had it amended to John Doe, which means that it can't even show on my Corey that I was ever arrested with it. So yes, that's the answer to your off-topic question. But if you want to know anything more personal about me, it's an open book here, fully transparent. You can check out the live stream that we did yesterday. And we have a weekly discussion every week on Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So there's a lot of videos like that. Do you have any videos you can refer me to for filing pro se lawsuit? Eyes on Corruption, there's a couple things out there. Why don't you hit the Accountability for All Facebook page, send me a message, and I'll give you the information that I have. I appreciate the love. I'm getting flooded with stuff. Guys, auditing Trump tomorrow is going to be huge. Now, let me tell you how they've been retaliating against me. I got two kids. We're on a different topic, though. So my videos get monetized, right? So when I put out a video, I get paid. Now, once you put a video out, you'll find out right away if you're getting paid on it or if you're not getting paid on it, right? So it was green. I was monetized. And the video got taken down an hour after I released the Department of Homeland Security video. And then that video got demonetized. Then my account got paused. So a lot of you guys probably said, where'd Josh's channel go? I had to appeal. They had every single one of my videos demonetized. Okay, I wound up getting phone calls, and then I had an undercover car, like I believe it was a black Tahoe, but it had the light kits in the front. Came up in front of my house and just stared at me. Just like so these guys are retaliating because we're making a big impact now. And tomorrow's going to be crazy. I'm going to be going live tomorrow, and we're going to discuss everything. So what did this guy say? Michael Morales Torres. What did he even say? Some people just like, why don't we get this out of the way? Does anyone have any questions? Vash, what's going on, man? Does anyone have any personal questions for me? So if I'm going on a topic, my moderators don't have to, don't pay child support. Well, I mean, I guess if he wants to say that, it's a constitutional right to. I'm not with my kid's mother anymore. However, my financial status has changed, so I'm actually paying close to $300 a week now. But that's all public record, so you can go and check it out that I do pay. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to drive around and all that other stuff. But I'm transparent. So any other personal questions you guys want to ask? Anything bootlickers want to say? Haverhill, I haven't done Haverhill. We did Lawrence. We weren't able to get Lowell. Everyone's telling me Springfield. You guys got to watch a video about Springfield. Framingham, I believe. Crazy. I'll put the link in the description to this. Got to go to Haverhill. I'm going to Haverhill, going to Connecticut. I'm going to Peoria, actually, South Carolina. I'm going to try and get out there. We're definitely going to Peoria. We had Blue Power, sent a big donation to, and he wanted us to get out there right away. So, you know, obviously I'm gonna have to pay for plane tickets out of my own pocket and stuff like that. But that's what I do, guys. Like, just so you know, all my videos got demonetized. So all the great money that I was making, they're trying to screw with that right now. I'm paying for all this transportation, all this other stuff, and I'm gonna put what he gave me towards a plane ticket and pay for the rest myself. So yes, Peoria, Illinois. Peoria, Illinois. I'm gonna be coming to New York. Framingham, Andy. I'm Framingham and Springfield. Stephanie S. Stephanie, go to my Accountability for All Facebook page or my personal Facebook page and send me a message. Framingham and Springfield are two big places that I will be getting to, both the mayor's office and the police station. What's going on, Delirium? Randolph. So I want to hit Randolph. I want to hit Canton. I didn't get. We got Fall River. We got New Bedford. We didn't get Brockton. Thank you, El Zorro. We appreciate it. So, guys, please, all right, go on the super chat or send a sticker. Right? You can send any amount you want. I don't care if it's 1 cent. Okay. What's up, H Rod? Because here's the thing. I'm traveling all over the place. I'm traveling so sometimes people say, "Oh, change your clothes. You never change your clothes. What do you wear the same shirt every day?" I'm filming about 6, 7, 8 videos sometimes a day, right? That's how much we're spending, like $100 in gas a day. Video production, it's not free, right? Everything that we're doing is not free. Bail is not free. All this stuff we're paying for. And on top of that, paying for a home, paying for a car. I got kids. You know, maybe I should just do what that guy said and not pay child support so I'll have extra money to pay. I don't think so. So please, go ahead, hit the sticker, hit the super chat, okay? Or go to Accountability for All, www.paypal.me/accountability for all. And the money's going to go to the Auditing Chicago trip and any other trips. I'm going to be in California. I'm going to be in Nevada. I'm going to be in Colorado. And I'm going to be in Peoria and Chicago. That's what I got up on the list right now. And we're going to be coming out to an area near you because you know what? I tell people, they're like, oh, well, you know, it makes sense that people recognize you in Massachusetts because you're from Massachusetts. Well, here's the thing. It's not the cops recognizing me. These are just random people. Like, it's YouTube. I have just as much chance of getting recognized by someone in California as I do here. And that's huge, that they're actually recognizing us. I was coming out of a casino with Hot Tow Truck Girl. And the cop said, hey, you made my boss look like a real jerk. Alicia, yes, I will. So to be honest with you, I'm not going to ask for like any money to try and make money. Just that the plane, if I can't, I'll even try and cover the plane ticket myself, which shouldn't be a problem. Joseph Cardoni, thank you so much, man. Listen, Joe, if you're in my area or I'm in an area near you, please let me know on the Accountability for All Facebook page, and I'm happy to bring people with me. Guys, if you're from my area or you're in this area, you can come. This isn't just so I can make money. This is so we can get out and hold your tyrants accountable, right? And you're part of the solution. So I want you to be part of the solution with me and go with me. Everyone's invited to come. The more the merrier, literally, because we the people, not I the person, right? I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, all right? But yeah, man, you want to cover hotel expenses and, you know, I'll see what I can do with the plane tickets. I will come to you. We'll set up a time to do it. You can even book the planes on Expedia yourself. I'll go to the airport. You know, I can most likely be able to take care of the tickets. Just need a place to stay. Even if you guys pay $100 for the Southwest and then put me up at your house, I'm glad to do that. I'm not in this for fame and fortune. If I was, then I'd be, you know, on every other platform that exists. I'm doing this because I love the difference that we're making and the difference that you guys are making. I've made friends from this. I mean, how many subscribers right now? Put up a 1. Put up the number 1 right now. If you have spoken to me on Facebook more than once, or on the Accountability for All Facebook page, or on the phone, put up a 1 if you've talked to me, because I keep in contact with people. There you go. Yep, Fangirl, I emailed her earlier. She's from the UK. She's from far away. Cop stop audits. I think they actually charge 17%, but like you don't get charged it. So say you give me $10, for example, YouTube will give me like 7. So they keep some of it. PayPal is better, but sometimes it's just harder for people. So, and keep this in mind. I'm getting like 100 messages a day, and sometimes from different people all over the world. I still leave comments like Fangirl, Hawkeye Patriot News, Flower Girl Deb, Kenny Sisney, Geo George 2, all these people. Like, I keep in contact with these people every day because we're a community. We're a friendship that's doing what we need to do to get it through. And this is why I don't just post videos and never hear from people again. I said from when I had 20 subscribers, at 5,000, I'll still be keeping in contact with people. And I spend most of my day replying to email, replying to Facebook messages, calling people. I spoke to 2 people in Connecticut, Jess Burlingame and Miss Carrasquillo, I have trouble pronouncing the name. I spoke to her today as well. And we're keeping in contact with people. I want to know who you guys are. I want to keep in touch with you. And not just so you let me know how my content is, but if someone violates your rights, I want you to be able, like, in that moment, in that second. I did email you, Monet. I can actually remember your email. It was momo something at gmail.com. If you post it right now, we'll send it again. But I emailed you twice and I never heard back. I gave you my personal cell phone number. It was like momobeauty at gmail.com or something like that. I did email you and I never heard back. Joe, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Joe. And so definitely, Monet, please send me. I'm gonna put my email out there, okay? And please don't kill me. It's Josh A 1487 at gmail.com. Josh A 1487 at gmail.com. That's accountability for all. So if you don't have social media and you want to get in touch with me, let me know. Because if a comp's violating your rights, I want you to be able to call me. I want you to be able to Facebook me. I want you to be able to message me, right? So when that cop says, yeah, well, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that, give ID, you can say, well, you've ever heard of Accountability for All or Auditing America? Chances are they've heard of one of them. High chances. Like, all right, well, just so you know, I'll turn the phone around and show you his face because I'm on with him right now. We're going to fight these guys at every point of the way. So now you have my email address, Monet, Josh A 1487 at gmail.com. Send me out an email. I did send it to Momo Beauty. And guys, I'd also like to thank the moderators here. They're taking time out of their days to make sure that the chat room content is being adhered to, that everyone gets their voice out there. So I need all the moderators to definitely hit up the Accountability for All Facebook page. Thank you, Fangirl. So that way we can, Hans Gruber. What's up, Hans? He's actually from Wakefield. He's right around the corner. I've spoken to him on multiple occasions. Really great guy. All my moderators, hit up the Accountability for All Facebook page and send me a message, because I'm going to be sending out some gift cards to you guys just for being so awesome. Conspiracy Against Transparency, thank you so much. You know what? I've actually never met Susan Bassey. I've never spoken to Susan Bassey. I've spoken to Eric Brandt. James Freeman is a friend on Facebook. Auditing America. I'm trying to think who else. I know a couple people out there. But if she wants to get in touch with me, then I'd absolutely love to meet up with her. California is a big place, and I haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to hit yet. But I don't want to go places where, all right, Monet, ready? Josh A 1487 at gmail.com. Josh, the letter A, 1487 at gmail.com. Joe, all right, I don't want to put your number on this chat. Could you please go to my personal Facebook, Joshua Abrams, my sunglasses are like that, or go to the Accountability for All Facebook page and get that information so we can touch base, because I'd love to touch base and meet Susan. Never met her, watched some of her content, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about her. So that would be my pleasure. That's the other thing about this. Not only do I meet great people, I get to expand my education. For some reason, the cops pick on me. Lorraine, thank you so much, Lorraine. I appreciate that. I don't know why the cops pick on me specifically. Like, but I only have 6,000 followers. But for some reason, like, Auditing America, he has 96,000 subs. For some reason, I don't know what it is. Like, maybe I come across rude or something. They come at me hard. They retaliate against me, my personal home. They're screwing with my finances right now. Like, I had to flag, and I looked into it, and it was they got to my bank account. I was like, what the hell's going on? What is this? What's the problem with it? And it said something about a infrastructure threat, and I was like, what the hell is an infrastructure threat? And I called and looked into it, and the Department of Homeland Security and Secret Service, because I got the Secret Service too, without any proof or any issues, they can flag your account if they want to think there's nefarious purposes. And it took me all day today to get that fixed. They retaliate. For some reason, they pick on me. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I go picking on them and they're bullies, and it makes sense because they have a huge ego problem. A huge ego problem. But you know what? I'm bigger than them, I'm faster than them, I'm stronger than them, I'm more handsome than them, and I'm definitely more skinnier than them. I lied in a couple of the things I just said, but that's the problem. It's 1487. 1487. My Facebook page is Joshua Abrams, Abrams. My sunglasses are like this. You can send me a message directly on there, or you can go to the Accountability for All Facebook page. If one of my mods can put up a link to my personal page or to my accountability page, that would be awesome. I've heard that, Hans. Clark Kent. I'm like super auditor. I'm just not that great. I'm just going to go through some of the questions. I wanted to make this just about Joe. We got some people asking a lot of questions here today, and I want to make sure we can answer them. Gotcha. Sorry for the interruption in the feed. Joe, I just accepted your friend request. I wanted to make sure I got that done. Now, let's take a list. What's up, Fatal? I'll accept all of the friend requests right after this. Here's what I need, guys. So Chicago's going to happen either way. I need the donations to come in, but I'm going to make it there if I... Thank you, Patriot Defense. I'm going to have to... hold on a sec, guys. But even if I have to drive there, I'm going to make it to Chicago. But let's talk about where you guys want me to go. All right, let's do that. So we're going to Chicago. All right, that's a fact. We're going to Peoria. That's a fact. Wherever you want me to go, I'm going to hit there. So Kansas City, Baltimore. I clutch, dude. Baltimore scares me. I want to hit it so bad. Guys, check out Baltimore Cop Plants Evidence on YouTube. He takes a bottle off the ground. I don't know if he thought his video cam wasn't going, and he drops the drugs into it and says, hey, look what I found. I found drugs. They search the entire car. The drug dog searches an entire car in a separate instance. No drugs. And the guy's like, hey, there's a whole bunch of crack cocaine here. Well, maybe that's after you were done beating your wife because she was cheating on you because you're a scumbag tyrant pig. You were smoking crack. You really wanted to make this arrest. So you took your last rock and planted it on the guy. That could have happened. So, San Jose, California, I don't care if you pick me up on a Tesla or a motorbike, but I will be glad to go there, man. So, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a poll, so keep in touch with the community page, because I'm going to do a poll, and I'm going to take all these places down. So, everyone let me know where you want me to go, so I can take them all down, and then I'm going to do a poll, because I can't hit everywhere at once, so I'll do, like, a poll. So, the top 2 is where I'm going to go next. Someone asked if Hot Tow Truck Girl and myself are together. Who asked me that? Let's go back. Accountability for Chicago, you can go there with me, brother. I'm happy to take everyone. Clutch Nasty. So, someone asked me, Corruption City, Josh, are you and Hot Tow Truck Girl together? Well, guys, I have some bad news. Me and Hot Tow Truck Girl? Well, funny you should ask, because I love Hot Tow Truck Girl, and 91% of my audience is male, so they would probably be mad at me if we were together. But sometimes the truth hurts, but it only hurts me because no, we're not together. We're not together. Nope. Best friends. Love myself some Hot Tow Truck Girl. She doesn't answer questions. I mean, imagine that talk at the dinner table. Ready, here we go. Okay. Hot Tow Truck Girl, how was your day today? I don't answer questions. Well, I mean, how are we supposed to go on with this relationship? Can you at least tell me what you did at work? Meh. I don't answer questions. Well, can you, Can you tell me anything about your day today at all? No. No, answer questions. Well, hot tow truck girl, can you tell me anything at all? I'm really pretty, and that's the reason I stopped you today. Wait, I thought you don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. So that would be a tough relationship, okay? Pretty tough. Most asked questions about you and hot tow truck girl. We did a poll, and I still can't figure it out. It was like half and half. People thought we were together. People thought we weren't. So I don't know. Like it. Let's ask a better question. If you want me and hot tow truck girl to go on a date and fall in love, put a 1. If you want hot tow truck girl to stay single, put a 2. But you can't make her stay single just because you want to be with her, because I'll find you. So 1 for me and hot tow truck girl to be together, 2 for us to not be together. 3, I think Joe thinks we should have a 3. Sometimes I like to go out for lunch. Other. Oh, so there's a lot of people don't want. Son of son, you cannot vote 3 times. Can she make me a sandwich? Well, a sandwich is a sandwich, but a markwich is a meal. This has been brought to you in part by Sloppy Joe's. So let's ask hot tow truck girl what she thinks. Kyle? Well, the first time for everything. So let's ask hot tow truck girl what she thinks. Hot tow truck girl, do you think we should be together? What do you think? She said best friends. She didn't say I don't answer questions. Ray, she's way too good for anybody, brother. She's an amazing person. She's an amazing person. But you know what? I'd love to hear more from Race. So, Race, it seems to me like you could be a bootlicker. So why do you think she's too good for me, Race? We're going to the Trump rally tomorrow. I posted the pictures on my Accountability for All Facebook page and my personal Facebook page. We got the tickets, and I'm not going to be able to make it. Auditing America is leaving tonight, but I had some personal things I had to take care of, so I'm not going to be able to. Go ahead, Hans. I'm not going to be able to meet up with them tonight, but I'm driving up there tomorrow with Hot Tow Truck Girl, and we're going to be inside, front row seats. We're as press, so we're going to see if we can ask some questions, but I think the real stuff is going to be happening outside. 11,000 people, and with 11,000 people, you got haters, you got lovers, you got bootlickers, you got people protesting, and protesters are the weirdest because they'll be protesting, but they want their First Amendment right to be respected. But they yell at you as soon as you're exhibiting yours. Lawrence, we did Lawrence, my friend, and I think they were tipped off because I went in there. They were super nice, and out front, look at this. I haven't seen it since. They have the blue Autism Speaks cruiser and the pink breast cancer awareness cruiser. And which is just, and I said on social media, which I screwed up, that I was going to Lawrence that day. So I think they did it for me. And I come in there, and the guy was super nice, no problems with the camera. And there were even a bunch of social security cards, licenses, and personal information on the desk. And I was like, hey, bro, wait, not for nothing. That's people's information, kid. Like you're being wicked stupid. Put it away. Create privacy for them. Because anyone else can come in like, you're helping them steal identities. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'll tidy up. And he put them right away. So they got a big pass, but I don't know if the pass was because they knew I was coming, or because they just passed, or because Trump even said, and this is true, that Lawrence, Mass is the heroin and fentanyl capital of the United States. So maybe they're just tough cops in a tough city. Or maybe they knew I was coming. But for whatever reason they did the right thing. They did the right thing. And that's why we're being accountable. We are going to go back there again. And this time I'm not going to announce it. And I'm going to try and hit some cop stops. Get a scanner and make sure that we get them when they're not looking. Because, when the lights are on, people know you're home. But if they don't know Accountability for All is rolling, then we'll see how they act then. Because when you guys have seen it, when the cops come, I don't like definitely thank you, Tucson Lori. That $10 helps more than you know, Thank you and stay cool. So, we'll see how they feel like when they know I'm there. I don't want them to think that I was there once and it's never gonna happen again, because we're gonna be back. I don't have a chance with Josh. Monet, why do you say that? Why does everyone say that? Melissa C, I did live in the city of sin, and I actually came out the way I went in. They failed. Of course, listen, Monet, me and Monet can go on a date, right? And it's gonna be a tough date because I don't answer questions. Instead of like a blind date, it's gonna be like a silent date, like Monet. So, Josh, where are you from? Where have what have you done in your whole life? Well, I don't answer questions. News unlocked Las Vegas. How we doing? Right now, we're hitting the Trump rally. So, oh no, not again. Yes, again. We're hitting the Trump rally, and we had Joe Luna from Accountability for Chicago, or formerly known as Auditing Chicago, and we're just trying to get up there. Full transparency, we have. So I was even looking at like motels and stuff, like crappy, like side of the road motels that charge like $40 a night. They all require credit cards down and big payments and stuff like that, which is fine. But it doesn't make sense to pay $140 for a $40 hotel room. So we looked and we checked it out, and we figured that after taxes and stuff, it might be like $200 a night. So then we even dropped it down to $300. So we're talking about minimum hotel room, gas, and then the plane tickets are taken care of. And we're a little bit short of that goal. Again, the link is paypal.me/accountability for all. You can go right to that link. I don't really think it charges you. Send receipts back to everybody. You can ask if anyone's on here right now that's made a donation to the PayPal. They can confirm that. As soon as you get your donation in, I actually take a screenshot of it. And it has the refund button. So I took a screenshot of everybody, let them know to save that receipt, because I think you can use it to write off taxes. And at that point, we were so short. I was like, if we don't go, I'll just send out everybody a refund. But now we're getting a little bit closer. I think we're short like $100. And when we get it, we're gonna get out there and we're gonna make a big difference, because these guys are pulling this stuff. Chris, I went to Burlington. I actually had a great interaction. They have a unconstitutional flag because it's got a thin blue line. I didn't like the flag code violation much, so I gave them a citation. And we met Officer Shane on the way out. Big, huge guy. Looks every bit the tyrant, and it proved me wrong. He proved me wrong, because I said, "What do you think about the thin blue line?" He goes, "Listen, I believe that everyone in this world should be able to fly whatever flag they want, because you know what? I might be a cop in the thin blue line. You might be a gang member, that's got red or blue or whatever." He goes, "But at the end of the day, when we take our last, we all bleed the same color." He's like, I don't personally use it in an official capacity, but I believe it's freedom of speech. We had a great conversation with him. So that wound up going really well, and I really appreciated him. Robert B., Salem, New Hampshire. I go to Salem, New Hampshire, I walk in the station, they say nothing to me. And it's a pass. And on video, in the computer in the background, they had a picture of me, Chase from the Allen Report, Joe Orger from Breaking the Flaw, and Enrique from Auditing America. And they showed it. They put it up so I could see it, so they could be like, "Yep, so we're not going to be answering any of your questions." Went to oh man, moderators, can we take a peek at some of the stuff coming through here, please? We went to Atkinson, and they actually closed the police department, and they said that no one was in the police department, and the guy walked around to talk to me. And then we hit Plastow, and that was a fail. Race, what are you talking about, brother? No one censored you. I said, so why did you ask the question? So now you're finally answering it. So who's censoring you? Let's read your answer. Oh, I remember the comment. You said, she's too good for me. So I don't know why you said that. She is too good for me. I think she's too good for anyone. And so I asked, did you say that because, well, why did you say it? And now you just answered. Who censored you? No one censored you, because if you were censored, your comments wouldn't show up and they just came up. So not going to give honest opinion. Your mods are into censoring free speech. They didn't censor you because your things are still showing up. And the comment I just made about my mods checking out something is completely irrelevant. If I wanted to censor you, I could censor you myself. I asked you a question to give me an answer, and your answer just came up. So relax. I just want to know why you said that. We're having a discussion, right? Don't be afraid of the camera. And secondly, my mods can censor whatever they want. Free speech is a constitutional right. Right now we're having a chat. So if something comes through as bullying or something like that, and I miss it, and I'll say openly, it's their rules. I speak on this channel. They moderate this channel. So if something comes across and they delete it, and you know what? Not for nothing, you didn't get censored because your comment wouldn't have showed back up. If someone comes on here to tell me that they hate me, that's fine. If someone comes on here to threaten the police family or to threaten my family, you're going to get censored. If they're coming on here being racist, you're going to get censored. Monet. I did not ignore you. What are people talking about? Monet. You gave me the wrong email. And this was what, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and I still remembered your email was mobeauty@gmail.com. And I never got a response back. You said you sent me an email right now, and I just can't look at it because it'll interrupt the live stream. No one said you're a bootlicker. At least I didn't say you're a bootlicker, Chase. Tyler, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it, man. Believe Media, start auditing. But please, let me give you a piece of advice. Make sure you go with somebody else and you don't go alone, okay? Enough people have gotten hurt and arrested for the cause, and you don't need to be one of the sacrificial lambs, okay? You don't need to be. Enough people have lost because of this cause. At this point, we're just out here to do the right thing. Yes, yeah. We get a lot public servant. We get a lot of cops on here, a lot of people, and they usually start with setup questions like, "Have you ever been arrested?" or has Tow Truck Girl ever been arrested, or stuff like that. So I didn't say he is a bootlicker. I said the question sounds like a bootlicker, because when someone says she's too good for you, I've never walked up to someone and said, "Hey, that person's too good for you," in a nice way. So relax. Monet, I'm messing with you. So, questions, comment, or concerns. We already did our weekly discussion, but what else do we have to talk about? Because oh, by the way, I need to know where you, Son of Sun, thank you so much, man. Get her done. We need to know where you guys want us to go, because we're going to be going near you. So continue to write down where you want us to go. You can hit in the super chat. It does take I don't charge it, and it doesn't get charged by me or come out of what you put in. But YouTube charges 17%. So say if I got $100, they would take out 17% of that. If you go to, thank you, Race, I appreciate it, man. If you go to www.paypal.me/accountability4all, I think they only take like a 1% service fee, and it goes right in there right away. I actually have the PayPal account linked to Expedia, so that way we can just, as soon as it's done, I can just get it right on there. So where else are we going? Let's see where we're going. Lawrence, so I still have a lot of videos from Boston. So let's say Lawrence will be done this weekend. Either Saturday or Sunday I will post Lawrence. Okay? I did miss 90. Is that Momo Beauty 90? Is that how it comes across? What's going on in Sioux Falls? Everyone is talking about Sioux Falls right now, and I've seen a bunch of videos go about Sioux Falls. Breaking the Flaw, he does a lot of other work, and right now he's investing in property and all this other stuff. He just uploaded a video. He's just not... I want to go to Baton Rouge so bad. You know where else I want to go? I want to go to New Orleans. I can't wait to audit New Orleans. Thank you, Mike. Really appreciate that. Westport, Mass. I will go to Westport, Mass. That's right around the corner. That's right around the corner. I think we do. A date for charity. Worcester's really bad. Worcester's bad. Worcester, I got 2 for Worcester. We'll hit Worcester. That's no problem. I think should do a date for charity. Let's do like St. Jude, and whoever donates the most, we'll go for a slushy with a tow truck girl. Chris, how you doing, man? Nice to see you, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. Manchester. I was speaking to Justin Boughton, I think is how you pronounce his last name, and he was saying Manchester too, so we're definitely going to hit Manchester. So we have Manchester, we have Worcester. Cambridge is covered by Boston PD. Cambridge is actually separate. So I think that where are we going to go? We're going to go to Harvard and check out the Harvard police. So we'll hit Cambridge police while we're at it. I gave birth to a kidney stone at Worcester's Hospital. Oh my God, I had a kidney stone, and I can tell you that was the most painful thing I've ever had to endure. And trust me, I worked at a restaurant. I was coming out of the restaurant, and some guy had been casing us for days, and he asked me for the money, and I wouldn't give up the money. So I turned away because he was gone, and he came up behind me and stabbed me in the chest. So let's see, you can see it. It's pretty gnarly. Heart surgery. Right there. Bisected my ventricular artery, and then I grabbed the knife out of instinct with my hand, and it actually sawed my hand in half. So I thought that was, I almost died. I was in ICU for like 2.5 weeks. I was in the hospital for a total be about 4 months, and I thought that was the most painful thing I'd ever go through. And kidney stones, well, much more painful, because I had like 12 in my right and 14 in my left kidney because I couldn't break down calcium oxalate. So I was giving birth to kidney stones daily for the better part of 3 years. It was absolutely awful. Old Buzzer, by the way, come pick up Tina Turtle. I found a baby snap because AFA cares about animals and the environment. Found a little baby snapping turtle in my yard, and I killed, so I nursed it back to health and pick her up. And her name is Tina Turtle. She does not drive a tow truck. So here's how a tow truck girl got her name. The police were threatening to tow her, and I think they asked her for her information because she's a hot chick. So hot tow truck girl came to life. And now everyone loves the tow truck girl, and she has her own channel, so click, share, like, and subscribe to hashtag Hot Tow Truck Girl. And I did that because when you type in the search engine hashtag Hot Tow Truck Girl, her channel comes up, and every video she's ever been with me comes up. Sioux City assault and battery false arrest. Just a little jaded? Trust me. Somebody actually said to me, like, oh, we know how you feel because having a kidney stone is more painful than childbirth. I got 2 kids, and one of my kids' mothers actually almost died because she couldn't do the afterbirth, and like she was very close to death, and it was scary because before my daughter came, they were like, well, you're gonna have to make a choice. At this point, you might have to choose between the life of the daughter and the child, the mother and the child, and but I would never. I've seen the pains of childbirth. I don't know if for me, I would choose kidney stone over childbirth because I've seen what you guys have to go through. Yeah, I heard that. So the Philadelphia cops, I heard that 3 cops got shot today, and prayers go out to their families and for their speedy recoveries. All cops are innocent until exposed as tyrants. So I don't hate. I think tyrants and pigs are bad cops. I don't hate cops. So my prayers go out to them, and most importantly to their families, to their kids. And if they're good guys and they're defending the Constitution and they're honoring their oath, Fangirl, have a great night. If they're honoring their oath, then let's hope for their speedy recovery. We don't want to have any kid grow up without a father, especially if that father's doing the right thing, or any kid grow up without their mother, especially if their mother's doing the right thing. And fuck the tyrants. 6 cops. Jesus. Well, if Miley Cyrus was president, there'd definitely be a party in the USA. Dictator, what's going on, man? You definitely chose the right channel for freedom lovers. You're a doctor. That's excellent, 700 Club. What kind of medicine do you practice? Oh, wow. That's awesome, man. Isn't Mia Khalifa the, where do I know that name from? Maybe I think of Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, I know that name sounds familiar. Um, oh, well, Kyle, of course. I should have known if anybody would have been able to guess that fast. It was going to be Kyle. That's awesome. Canadian Free Press is on top of that like a fly on poo, too. Hot Tow Truck Girl. Have you ever heard of her? That's a great question. Mia Khalifa as Hot Tow Truck Girl. Ever heard of her? Well, Hot Tow Truck Girl, we await your response. Oh, let me guess. Don't answer questions. Guys, let's just a little jaded. Did you pass the mark? Just a little jaded. Did you get past that mark yet? Click share. What medical field are you in, Monet? Yes, believe I'm going to be going. I'm a dual citizen of the Bahamas. I'm getting a little bit more legal information, but I'm going to be going there to do an audit. I can't like travel to Canada on my own time. It's way too expensive. If anyone wants me to go there, I will. I will. Awesome. Congratulations, just a little jaded. If you want me to go to a place that's far away, I'll go. So please go. Please, I'm subscribed, Jade. Just a little jaded. So let me know. I know when you go live first, so I can be one of the first in your page. Okay. Go to www.paypal.me/accountabilityforall for the Chicago trip. Any extra money is going to be going to Joe's attorney. We had him on the line tonight. Well, you can hit the super chat or the sticker, but I know they charge a lot of money for that. It doesn't come out of your end. YouTube takes it, and I love YouTube for giving me a platform to be able to fight for free speech in our constitutionally protected activities. Good night, thanks, man, and thanks, man. But they have to do what they have to do. For sure. She would definitely be a hot security guard. That's a fact. All right, guys. So we're getting ready to wrap up. Do we have any last minute questions? And before that, I'd like to plug Joe Luna from formerly Auditing Chicago. Now he's Accountability for Chicago. Wonder where he got the idea for that name from. Just a little jaded. Okay. Hawkeye Patriot News. All right. I don't have mosquitoes right now. I don't have any. There's no mosquitoes out here right now. Hawkeye Patriot News. Just a little jaded. Monet. Eric B. Thanks, man. And all the folks in and show their support, both verbally, financially. We really appreciate you. Joe Cool is awesome. I actually watched a video on him. With he's in Chicago, right? Is he in Chicago? I can't see. Are you telling me he is? Okay. So he's on. I saw the video that was posted, and he's actually pretty cool. How long's he been doing this? Has he been around for a while? He has. I figured he has. Yeah, he was actually really good. That's the problem. These guys were just right up in his face, huh? And who's got some information on what happened with the cops? Like, was that just like a random thing? Was it a shootout or something? What happened with that? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look into it, and then I'm going to post it tomorrow to see if we can get any information on that. Cop Stop Audits. Click, share, like, and subscribe to Cop Stop Audits. Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. I'm trying to make sure I get the Wi-Fi. So tomorrow, Trump is doing his thing tomorrow, and he's got a rally in New Hampshire. I got to get there. What time? It's 4 is the time that it starts. But they'll be live way before then. So check the community page. You can get the information there on the community page and the Facebook page, because we're going to be given all sorts of information. The stuff that doesn't make the cut will be on the Facebook page as well. We're going to give you guys everything that's going on, and I want requests. So if I do get in front of him, which questions do you want me to ask? Love you, just a little jaded. Subs, can we take care of Miguel, please? Fred, you don't have to have subscribers to do this, man. We'll get you audit, and that's how your subscribers get up. I've been only doing this for three and a half, maybe 3 weeks, and I got 6,000 subscribers. They come because they support you. Oh, the one who tubes. Well, it's huge. It's huge, people. Ask about the blue line flag. Okay? All right. I know you did. That's that's all right. I was trying to work on my impression so I can come up with some better. I think if I get a chance to interview him, you better believe that I'm going to be interviewing Trump as Trump. It's like, hey guys, what's going on? Donald J. Trump here, and I'm interviewing Donald J. Trump. So, President Donald J. Trump, what do you think about the wall? Well, Donald J. Trump, it's me, Donald J. Trump. Thank you for asking Donald J. Trump about the wall. So the wall is going to be fantastic. So I'm going to be doing the. It'll be crystal clear Cajun car wash. It'll be huge, okay? It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to wear a banana hammock, okay? I'm going to look like Tony the Tiger with skin dye, and I'm going to be running around riding one of those fake little horses going, yeah, because it's going to be some fantastic. Hold on. Kim Jong-un's on the phone. Hold on 1 second, guys. Kim Jong's on the phone. 1 second. Hi, Kim. Oh my God, this somebody. Is this the Donald Trump? This is the Kim Jong-un. How you do? Kim. So, yeah, what's with the nukes? Okay, I believe I asked you more than once to get rid of the freaking nukes and the concentration camps. Are they gone yet? What's going on? Oh my God, the nukes. The nuke. There are no nukes here. I don't know what you're talking about. We got rid of them. I'm looking at satellite footage right now. I can see that you're actually sitting on top of a nuke in a bikini wearing Teva sandals and tube socks. Okay? Oh my God, there's somebody I want to do. I do not know. This is not. I thought this was a popsicle. No, it wasn't a popsicle. It's a goddamn nuke, Kim. Get off the nuke. So, that's what's going to happen. I am not Ownage Pranks. I love. I can do pretty much all the voices from Ownage Pranks. Hey, yo, what's happening, Dylan? How you doing? Yo, it's me, Tyrone, and I'm trying to holler at you for a second. Because I know what happened. I know what happened, Jason, okay? You were calling my boyfriend last night. And you know what? If you're going to call my boo, I'm going to do too what you do when you call my boo-boo. Or you got the Ownage. So subscribe to Ownage Pranks. He's awesome. He's got the... Don't make me tell you that. Don't do it. No, it's not good. Not good. I love Ownage Pranks. Donald Trump. Different schools together, same age. Yeah, Jeffrey, so they were talking to the press was talking to the jail today, and they said that, I think there was something set up, and this is just my opinion, because the officers, he was on suicide watch, so they had to do safety checks every 30 minutes to make sure he was all right and make sure he was alive. And they didn't do their checks, but before he died, they actually forged the logs to say they did the check. So, afterwards, maybe they do it to cover their butts, but I think they knew something was going to happen. I don't know if maybe he killed himself. I think something happened. Absolutely, you, Evan. Pray for peace and love for everyone, no matter what the color, cause, or God is good. A great, great man once says, and I know everyone knows who Martin Luther King is, but he said, someday I have a dream that people will be judged on the content of their character and not the color of their skin. And you take that one step further to say, that people have the freedom. No one should be judged on their sexual orientation, the color of their skin, their personal life choices, who they are, where they've been, what they've done, or who they've done it with. We have a beautiful country filled with beautiful people. And people say, oh, you just go out and give cops a hard time. There's a reason I do it, right? Because it starts with, give me your ID when I have no reason to be asking you for my ID. It goes to, well, so you don't have to search me. I'm just going to let you, I'll search myself. And it ends with mass oppression. It ends with taking our guns. It ends with another revolution. And you know what? It doesn't really, Old buzzer, have a good night. It doesn't matter if they have another revolution would be great. We're having one right now though. We are revolutionizing this movement right now. Euphoria, Joe Pesci. So okay, Your Honor, the two Utes. The two what? The two Utes. What is a Ute? Oh, excuse me, Your Honor, the two youths. So, I do my impressions well. So I can do SpongeBob. Bow! Aye, Squidward. Oh, SpongeBob. I can impersonate a lot of people. I don't know how or why I can do it, but I can do some pretty good impersonations. Yeah, I love that movie. That Veronica Vaughn is one fine piece of ace. Trust me, I know from experience. No, you don't. Yeah, no, I don't. But me and a buddy of mine, him and Veronica Vaughn, got it on. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But you can imagine if they did. That's it. Everybody on the bus. Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. Good night, Howard. All right, guys. We're going to be wrapping it up. Bill Clinton. Ladies and gentlemen of the United States of America, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I can't stand to look at Hillary, let alone have sex with her. It just didn't happen, okay? Hey, George, Mr. Bush, what do you think about Hillary? What do you think about Hillary Clinton? What's going on? George W. here. So, Hillary, not a big fan. Not a big fan because I'm the preeminent of the Yaphargic states of Ajerica, okay? And I don't appreciate it. Not one little bit. Make me call my daddy. Daddy! They're being mean to me. Alright, guys. Last time, if you want to go ahead, you can go on to www.accountability.paypal.me/accountability for all. And please help us get to see Joe, because I like to joke and make fun of, just make fun, and I use that as a way to Jim Carrey, BEA beautiful PART. Why? Because I gotta. Do not go in there. I use the comedy just as a way to lighten things up, because Homer, listen, Mulder and Scully, I really don't appreciate this, Homer. Don't.
Yeah, well, hello there, Lois. Monet, how you doing? LMAO. Yeah.
Vile woman. And I use the humor as a way to, get past the fact that this is dangerous. And I get scared out there, guys. It doesn't show a lot sometimes because I'm real good at hiding my emotion. But it's scary. And I know what Joe went through. And he sacrificed his freedom with 40 subscribers. And, it got me a lot. And he did that with no backing, thinking no one was going to help him. And the fact that he was in the jail cell and he was by himself, it killed me. So I need to get out there. And if you guys can help, I really appreciate it. Because I don't want to see him go through this alone. I don't, other than this specific reason, I have not asked anyone to give any money to anything, except, for me anyways, if you guys on the weekly discussions, anyone that's having problems, they know of good causes, please come in and give people's information, and I don't get upset of it. You can just go right to their Facebook page and go fund me and donate to their cause, so we can get people that are homeless off the street, so we can get kids that are sick the care that they need, so we can get people that have been illegally arrested some legal help, so they can get out in the street and sound that voice of freedom and sing that song. So please go to www.paypal.me/accountability for all, or you can go to the super chat right here. And let's get people the help that they need. I was an actor. I did a ton of commercials when I was a real little kid. And there's a show you guys might remember called Bug Juice on the Disney Channel. It was a reality show about kids at camp. That aired for 6 years. It started in 1998. I was on that. And then I did do the stand-up comedy routine until I was 19, and I actually did pretty well. I wrote a joke for a really big female comic that is a little bit racy, and I just kind of did managing restaurants, and I had a little baby. I have two kids. My son's almost 13. My daughter's 5. I'm only 30. So I had you put your dreams on hold for your family, right? And right now they're old enough where it's my dreams are meshing with my kids' dreams because I don't my hands are holding my phone, so I'm not censoring anything. So what's your question? Put it out there right now. Everyone, let's stop with the mask dangler. What's your question? Because I'm not censoring anything. Clearly, my hands are right here. I'm holding my phone. So, my kids' dreams are meshing in with my own. And that's that I don't want them. I don't believe in the First Amendment. Okay. Mods, don't take him off. Mask Dangler, the floor is yours. I don't believe in the First Amendment, but I'm letting you interrupt my final thought so you can voice your freedom of speech. I want you to go on my comments and look at some of the hateful shit that people write me, okay? Because I don't censor it. No one shut down Mask Dangler. I want to see what he has to say. Because, listen, the only way you're getting censored on any of my channels, any of my content, is if you're saying threatening comments, if you're being racist, if you're saying bullying, harassing, illegal content, even if it's a cop that I hate, if you're, harassing the cop's family or stuff like that, you better believe that your comments are going to get taken off. But I'm out there every day fighting for this. And how dare you say that I don't believe in the First Amendment? So cowboy up, man up. I know you're not a man, so go find a man on the street, borrow his cojones so you can have a contact with what a real man looks like and sounds like. So go ahead, Dangler. What's up? What do you got to say? No one censored you, so don't play that game. I'm looking at it right now. Now my thumbs are going. So what's up? What, you got nothing to say now? Don't talk about it. Be about it. Better yourself and fight for your country. Don't hate on the people that do it for you. You're only able to say what you're saying right now because I'm out doing this for you. Military personnel are out doing this for you. People like Joe Luna are out doing this for you. And they're doing it so you can open your mouth because the First Amendment guarantees you the right to say what you want, but it doesn't protect people like you against sounding stupid. So you know what? The verbal judo's just been out and I threw the first swing. So what do you want to do? Anything? What's up, Merlin? Right now, Mask Dangler said I censor him. I said, what do you mean? Floor is yours, big guy. And he said, I don't believe in the First Amendment. I don't believe in the First Amendment. And he hasn't said anything back yet. Not for nothing, guys, but I mean, not for nothing, but I've been up for 3.5 weeks. How dare he? I've been up for 3.5 weeks. I've arrested an IRS agent. All right. And the DHS guy, Inspector Rice, was just going to let him go. And I was like, all right, well, you're going to be under arrest too. You can watch it. It's on Auditing America called Detained and Charged. I said, well, you're under arrest too for hindering my investigation. And I made such a big deal of it that he accepted his arrest. He was charged with disorderly conduct. And guess what? Auditing America went there today. He's lost his job. Arrested an IRS agent, an armed cop impersonator on my channel, armed cop impersonator. Arrested an armed police impersonator that flashed the badge to me, said he was a cop, he had lights, he'd been pulling people over, all that shit, got him off the street, okay? The cop in Medford, he got suspended, right? Instead of 911 operators, instead of taking care of the public, they're asking, okay, so what do you got to say? Say what you got to say. You're wasting all of our time. What have you done? What's up? Tell him I said thanks for the subscribers and the extra views. You're a coward. You say nothing, you're about nothing, you're a coward. He's not going to, Hawkeye, because he's a coward. He's a coward. Just like the people that pull up in front of my house and they like to harass me. Well, you know what? They never get out of the car. You see these? Get these hands. Yeah, I'll defend myself. It's my property. Right? You're a coward. You know what? I gave you the chance to speak. Now you haven't spoke. You're a coward. You work for me. And you know what? If you were in front of me right now, you'd still be working for me because you're pathetic. So now, unless you have anything further to say, and you're not going to be an idiot because you're fucking scared to death. You got an STD, scared to death. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks, scared to death, scared to look, dangler shook. So now I'm going to censor you because you're censoring yourself by not saying anything because you're scared to death. Anyways, getting past that, apologize about that, guys. But, you know, you're not going to get censored when you're on this channel. But, if you have something to say and you disagree with what I'm doing, then all you have to do is speak up. I don't know why you're timed out. But anyways, I like when people distract me. And it's good sometimes. You know, people forget. I don't know if like they think that I'm just like this mild-mannered kid. I'm not stand up for himself. Like, you try and take my rights. Ask Hot Tow Truck Girl. Hot Tow Truck Girl knows me. I don't take bullies, and I don't take liars, all right? I'm going to stand up for anybody's rights, all right? I'm not going to take it either. Just know that, Hot Tow Truck Girl. I'm a little bit gangster. I'm not a lowercase G. I'm an uppercase G. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out hunting for some Tyrantosaurus Rex. All right, guys. So, here's what I'm going to do. We got the question for tomorrow, okay? We know the question for tomorrow. Good night, guys. So we know the question for tomorrow. We're going to see Trump. Thank you, 1, 2, 3. If we get some questions, I'm gonna ask him your question in the Trump voice. We have a whole bunch of places of where we need to go. And here's John, send it, and we'll look into it, and we'll have the mods post it. I just need to look into it first to make sure it doesn't violate any community standards. I'm not going to censor you, but I just need to make sure that it doesn't violate the law. So I'm going to randomly choose what the next place is going to be. So here I go, one more time, and I'll write where you want to go. So I'll add it to the list before I randomly choose a place, because I've written it all down. All right, I got my pen here, my paper here. I've written it all down, and I'm going to randomly choose. So one more time, send all the places you want me to hit. And I'm going to randomly choose. I'm waiting, guys. We're going to randomly choose your place. I'm waiting. Merlin, fly me to Canada. I'm coming. All right. I'm just putting in these last places. Oregon. I got PA. I got Chelsea. Illinois. Okay. NorCal. Worcester. Syracuse, New York. I didn't have that. Okay. All right. Michigan, I like that. Michigan. All right, here we go. I need a drum roll. Somebody give me a drum roll. I need a drum roll. Hold on, wait, not drum roll yet. I got to put in Iowa. Okay, drum roll. My daddy must be a terrorist because I'm the bomb. One was missed. Drum roll. Going to Baltimore. We're going to Baltimore. I'm going to get shot in Baltimore. Cal Ripken was all right. I'm going to Baltimore. All right, guys. Baltimore, and I'm going to pick another one randomly here. I'm just going to scroll up, and wherever my finger lands, that's the next place I'm going to go. Let's hope it's not Canada, because I can't afford Canada. Oh, my God. All right, so randomly going to pick a place. And here goes my scroll, and I'm going to just take my finger and scroll it. Des Moines, Iowa. I'm going to see Hawkeye Patriot News. So I'm going to Baltimore and Des Moines, Iowa. I'm super excited. We're going to put that on the list, guys. So Des Moines, Iowa, I'm going to Chicago very soon. But that's a problem. I can't leave yet. We're almost there. So please go to www.paypal.me/accountability-for-all or the super chat or sticker button here. Get us to Chicago. Right now, we're going to also Baltimore and Des Moines, Iowa. And we have Peoria on the list. I made a promise I'm going to go to Peoria. And if you guys want me to travel out of the country, you got to help out with the plane fare. I mean, like, I don't mind going to certain places, but I looked into Canada because somebody else had suggested it, and it was a ton of money. Like, we're talking round trip, and I looked at, like, the cheapest prices that they had and a big discount, and it was, like, close to $2,000, and we weren't even counting hotels. And plus, these guys are retaliating me. Since I hit the federal building, every single video was demonetized. You can ask that tow truck girl. I had to put in for a review, and after the review, I got some of them back. So, like, the great money I was making has, like, stopped. Like, it's on pause. My AdSense is all screwed up because they're retaliating against me. And these aren't just like it could have got demonetized randomly. Some of these videos have been up for weeks, and they all got demonetized at the same time. So they're earning that hate, but that's not going to stop me because every time they demonetize me, each video I'm demonetized on, I'm going to go back to that station. So all they're doing is giving me extra places to go and reasons to go there. Yeah, that makes sense, Doug. They're retaliating against everybody. They're running plates because they won't tell them. You say I don't answer questions, they say, well, you don't answer questions, we run plates. Okay, so we're going to Baltimore. We're going to Des Moines, Iowa. And please make sure you go to the www.paypal.me/accountability-for-all. You won't be able to hit the super chat because we're going to close this right now. Let's get us up to Chicago because I make agreements with people, and my word is my bond. And I need to pay bonds sometimes because they hate me. So I'm not going to go anywhere until I hit Joe first. I made a promise to him, and if someone gave me $10,000 right now and paid my way first class to go somewhere, I'd tell him I'll do that as soon as I hit Joe in Chicago. So we're definitely going to do that. Thank you, Chris. Final thought of the day, right? I want to thank people. That's my final thought. Today I was nice to a cop. That was my challenge yesterday. But today, be nice to a cop. And I went into the police station and they said, "Hey, Sarge, that effing kid from Accountability for All is here, Josh." And I was nice to him. So it kind of hurt. It sucked. It actually drained power from me. It drained my oddity senses. So thank somebody you know. So today I want to thank Hot Tow Truck Girl. People think that we're together. We're not. She's a great friend. And I've been in a lot of journeys in my life, and I talk about it sometimes. Life isn't about the destination. It's about the journey. It's going the wrong way down a one-way sometimes and getting lost at a detour and finding where you are a couple miles later. And every time I go the wrong way down a runway, she's there to pick me up. And every time I, hit a detour and I can't find my way around, she's there to pick me up. Sometimes you get lost, and there's a lot of dark in the world. But you look for that light at the end of the tunnel, and you figure out it's not a destination. It's part of your journey. And you guys have been a huge part of my journey. So I want to say thank you to Hot Tow Truck Girl for always having my back. The word unconditional comes to mind because it's no matter what, it's always there. So thank you, Just a Little Jaded. Thank you, Hawkeye Patriot News. Thank you, Eric B. Thank you, Monet. Thanks, man. Thanks, Joe Luna. I'd like to thank, here's my biggest thank. Get this one. I want to thank Sergeant John Burnham, badge number 75 from the Wakefield Police Department. Because whenever a cop asks me why I do this, you have a problem with it, you don't like what I do, talk to Sergeant Burnham. My first video, cop gets owned. He was the one that put me on this journey, and I've seen him a couple times since. In fact, he said, "Hey, what's going on, Burnham?" "Mr. Abrams, how we doing?" You're famous. You know you got 140,000 hits on YouTube? Well, you're famous too. I am? I am. Hey, Burnham, are you an Uber driver? No, I'm not Uber. Because I need to go to the airport. I'm flying out because you're getting my bills paid. And I want to thank all the people that have made sacrifices before me, that made my freedom possible. The people that are making sacrifices right now, and the people that will continue to make sacrifices in the future. Because I thank God and all the people in my life for the memories that I have made, and but I'm more thankful for the memories I haven't made yet. And so, well, for a good time call. So I guess Burnham called for a good time if it's a bathroom wall equivalent. But he's famous now. So everybody, thank you, friends, for their support for you. Thank you, parents. If you don't get along with them, remember one thing, that your family, if you're beefing with your family, if you have a problem with your family, they're the ones that are with you from the past and most likely to be there for you in the future. They're the closest link that you have and the ones that are going to stick with you. And at the end, friends will come and go. Boyfriends, girlfriends will come and go. Presidents will change. Politicians will change. But your family's going to be there forever. So thank your family members. Thank all the people. And just thank somebody. It's a beautiful world. It's dark. Let's make it a little bit brighter. And that's the reason I stopped you today. Why are cops getting shot? Well, I don't believe anybody should get shot, but maybe they were being tyrants. Take care, guys. Be safe. And listen, there's a song I want you to listen to. Okay, it's Baz Luhrmann, Bazluhrmann, and it's called Sunscreen. And he's gonna blow your mind, the things that he talks about. And he says maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll do the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. But when you do, you'll remember a time when you were younger, when politicians were noble, when friends were always there, and your family was a part of your everyday life. Don't lose your family. Don't lose your friends. Things are going to be hot out there. And if you're going through something right now, we support you. We want to make sure that you're all right. So come on weekly at Tuesday at 9 o'clock every week and talk about what you need to talk about. Get it off your chest. And if you just had a bad day at work and you feel like nobody loves you, talk about it. And you know what? If no one's told you that they love you today, let me be the first, because I do. And I care about you. I'm thinking about you. And we all support you. Don't ever give up. It's too important what we're doing right now to ever give up. So make sure that you tell those people that just need a hand sometimes. We're all human beings. If you see someone homeless on the side of the street that's hungry, buy them some food. If you know that somebody's in jail right now and they've been fighting for your rights, send them a letter. If you see an old lady crossing the street and there's traffic coming, let her go. If someone cut you off, don't give them the finger, wave them away. Do something for somebody else. It's not the same world I grew up in. Okay? It's not the 90s anymore. And people have changed and money rules. And, sometimes they're here to not to serve and protect, but to harass and collect. We're all human beings. And we're all going to have hard times. And sometimes you might feel broken. Love it. I love it. A few times in my life where I've gotten to the point where I was broken, I thank God I had hope. Because when you're broken, you can put a much better version of yourself back together. Care for yourself. Care for one another. Be kind to each other. Stop the hate. close the gap, and continue to be a part of the solution. I love all you guys. And that's the reason I stopped you today.